Magandang araw sa inyong mga bata or students. I'm Eric John L. Miranda, your arts teacher, and we will going to discuss about the Greco-Roman art and the foundation of Western art. So before we begin, again, good morning, and who may lead our prayer for today?
Panalangin bago mo simula ang klase. Panginoon, maraming salamat po sa ibinigay ninyong panibagong pagkakataon upang kami ay matuto. Gawaran mo kami ng isang bukas na isip upang maipasok namin ang mga itinuturo sa amin at maunawaan ang mga aralin na makatutulong sa amin sa pagtatagumpay sa buhay na ito. Amen.
So class, kindly pick up the pieces of trash on your area and align your chairs properly. So do we have an absentee for today? Okay. For our topic, I will give you some introductions, okay? So, the Renaissance in Europe between 1400s and 1600 is a period of rebirth. So, expansion of religion, interpretation, scientific discovery, so exploration of new lands and flourishing of the arts. So, I will show you the video containing the Greek and Roman arts, so Lorenzo de Medici. So in this video that I will be playing, I want you to focus, write informations, learn something, and specifically familiarize these terms. Okay? So before playing the video, I want you to bring out one whole sheet of paper. So write everything that you think is essential for discussions.
Arturo Pittore here, but you can call me Art. This is Explorations in Art History, starring me. And a hand. Well, what about the rest of me? Hello. People watching from around the world, and I'm stuck waiting on some five-fingered prima donna. Okay, well, that's better. Woo! That Mediterranean wind feels pretty, breezy. It looks like we'll be talking about the Greek and Roman period. Leave it to the Greeks to turn geometry into art. 1000 to 700 BC marked a period in Greek art called the geometric period because of the decorations on the pottery of the day. Simple geometric designs were combined into a repeating pattern that circled the pot. Later, abstract figures of animals and people appeared. They used pots for storing wine and oil, for eating and drinking, as prizes at athletic games, and even as burial markers. Start as a tot, end as a pot. Hey, it was a joke. Let me out. You guys? Here. Guys. In the Archaic period, their art began to move toward more realistic portrayals of the figure. From the Egyptians, Greeks learned the trick of adding hair down the back of their marble statues to give strength to the neck area, and spreading the stance of the legs to give a statue stability. Ow! Too much stability! Male statues were called kouros, and the females, kourē. Greek pottery styles changed as well. They created the popular black figure ware style, which showed black figures on red pots. And then they reversed the formula into another popular style called red figure ware, showing red figures against a black background. Red figure or black? Which one makes me look thinner? Greece, however, wasn't one big happy country at the time. Instead, they had several Greek city-states. The two top dogs, Athens and Sparta were often at odds, jockeying for position and power, until the Persians attacked in 480 BC. Then Athens and Sparta dropped their differences for the moment, and together they repulsed the invaders. But not before Persia had done some serious damage to the city of Athens. It was time for the Athenians to rebuild. Surging with confidence after their triumph over the Persian Empire, the Greeks launched into a golden age called the Classical period. Pericles, the leader of Athens, ordered the rebuilding of the temples on the Acropolis, where the famous sculptor Phidias decorated the Parthenon, a temple dedicated to Athena, the founding goddess of Athens. Classic sculptures became more realistic and at the same time idealistic. Sculptors like Polykleitos searched for the mathematically perfect proportions of human beauty. Poses became more natural by using principles like contrapposto, a pose that gave an elegant balance to the figure by shifting the angles of the shoulders to the pelvis. Using the ratio of the size of the head to the body, Greek artists discovered that the average male or female has a proportional height of 6.5 to 7 heads. By increasing the size of the body to the head, they discovered a more visually appealing proportion. Even today, comic book artists use these idealized proportions to draw superheroes. Art will smash! Yeah! In 336 BC, Alexander the Great took power and spread the Greek Empire from Egypt to the borders of India. His death ended the Classical period. In the Hellenistic period, Greek sculptors still popped out amazingly lifelike sculptures, but now they added more emotion and action, like poor Laocoon and his 2 sons being strangled by 2 giant snakes sent by the gods as punishment. The sculptor Praxiteles broke the long Greek tradition of portraying male subjects in the nude and the females clothed with his Aphrodite of Knidos, which became the first nude woman. More Roman copies were made of this Greek sculpture than any other. The idea of empire appealed to the Romans too, and in 214 BC, they took control of Greece. The Romans loved Greek culture. They copied Greek statues, paintings, and architecture. They even adopted the Greek gods, though they renamed them all. Zeus, meet Jupiter. Poseidon, meet Neptune. Aphrodite, meet Venus. The Romans, though, were much more interested in portraiture of real people. Instead of seeking the ideal, they sought for a true likeness of their subject. Warts and all. Also, Romans used art as propaganda to promote a political agenda and glorify emperors and their exploits. Emperor Augustus had himself portrayed as a strong young military leader in his warrior's breastplate, even though he was much older at the time. Kind of like some people's Facebook picture. Trajan's column is like movie scenario in stone, the sculpted scenes depicting Roman battles and their ultimate victory. Roman architects became masters of the arch and the dome. The arch was a huge innovation for the creation of bridges and aqueducts. And the dome became the staple of big official buildings, like the Pantheon, which became one of the most influential buildings in Western architecture. The expansion of the Roman Empire spread Greek and Roman ideas throughout Europe, which formed the foundation of Western culture. Even today, we are still influenced by ideas developed in ancient Greece and Rome.
from the video you have watched, what is all about Renaissance? Right, so Renaissance is about the revival of the Greek and the Roman art. So it is the period where people devalued medieval period and focus on the personal views. So the number 2 question. What are the characteristics of Renaissance art? Okay, you. That's right, that the Renaissance art is characterized by realistic scenery. So, makatotohanan or parang nakakita na ba kayo ng mga statue or ng artwork na tinatawag ang statwa ganon, okay? So, linear perspective and innovative light and dark shadowing. So, kadalasan 'di ba nakikita nyo that's parang color gray siya kung ano, like wala siyang color, ganun. So the next question. So what caused the start of Renaissance art? Tama. So it is the advancement of the East. So in the next question also, who is Lorenzo di Medici? Okay. That's right. So according to our in the 50th century, Lorenzo di Medici was the ruler of Florence in Italy. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan guys para sa exam natin, may masagot kayo. So, what are the Da Vinci contribution? Okay, he was the one who financed a huge amount of money on research and projects. So, hired scientists for the speedy drive to augment European technology and catching up with the advancement of the East. So, also, Da Vinci was a great patron of arts. So, under this, the patronage were Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli. So, let us go now to the characteristic of Renaissance art. So, the first one is their painting. So, what are the characteristics? So, Renaissance painting reflects the revival of interest in classical culture and a strong belief in individualism. So, si Masaccio or Tommaso di Giovanni di Simeon Guardi is the founder of Renaissance painting. So, take note class that si Masaccio or Thomas di Giovanni di Simeone Guardi is the founder of Renaissance painting. So in sculpture, the characteristic is known for his paintings like the expulsion from the paradise. So Renaissance sculpture show strong interest and ancient past. So Lorenzo Cialberti was the one who worked on the 2 sets of bronze doors for the Florence Baptistery. So this bronze door both demonstrate this knowledge and ancient sculpture. So the second set, which is known as the Gate of Paradise, so in the year 1425 and 1452, so shows his mastery of the laws of scientific perspective, so which have been discovered only recently during that time. Okay, class? Very good. So last meeting we have some, okay, we have, may sinabi ako sa inyo. So, do you still remember what I told you last meeting to bring? That's right. You bring paint materials for our activity for today. So your activity for today, it's all about painting in Renaissance manner. So your painting should be characterized by realistic scenery, so linear perspective, and innovative light and dark shadowing. So this is how it goes. I will state a scenario by telling a story, and throughout of that, you will visualize how it looks like. So remember, student, that it is your own interpretations. So your artwork will be graded by the following criteria. So the criteria for grading artwork is originality 25%, creativity 25%, conformity 25%, neatness 10%, and also the imaginations 15%, equal to 100%. So is that clear, students? So okay class. What did you learn from our activity discussion? So okay, that's right. We all know that we have um, different artwork na di natin kilala. So ngayon, parang nalinawan kayo kung sino yung mga gumawa noon, at also parang nagbumalik tayo sa nag-time travel tayo about sa Renaissance period, patungkol sa mga artwork, okay? So wala muna tayo ngayon assignments, and kasi yun na yun yung ginawa yung painting. So okay, so dito nagtatapos ang ating so yun nga, so hope na marami kayong natutunan at napag-aralan din also, na pwede nyo ma-share sa other student, not only sa klase nyo, also sa iba patungkol dito sa Renaissance artwork. So salamat class, so see you tomorrow and bye.